So when Dad was visiting us in the UK in September last year, we attended the Brooklands American Car Day. And at that time, Dad said this.
I'm gonna sell my two MGs and buy one Corvette.
Right, you heard it here first on Automotive Grace. He'll be selling his two MGs to buy a Corvette. I fully support that decision. And true to his word, he has traded in his 57 MGA Coupe and 1968 MGC Roadster. And this is what happened. Yeah. Well, we have an exciting day today. And the reason it's exciting is that Dad's 68 MGC and your 58 MGA have been sold. And today is the day that they are leaving. Now, Dad has decided to reduce his collection from 2 cars to 1 car, which is very sensible. And the new car also arrives today. And I think you'll find it's extremely sensible. I mean, what classic car do you buy as an 84-year-old? Well, watch the space and we'll find out. So it's both an exciting day and a bit of a sad day because, yeah, Dad really loves the MGC and I really love the MGA Coupe. Click up here, you see my review of those 2 cars last year when I was here. But yeah, Dad's 84 years old and said he's having a bit of trouble getting in and out the cars. So he's decided to go for a slightly more practical choice and also to pare his collection down to 2 cars. At the moment, he's got a double garage at home, so his regular car and 1 classic is here. And then one of his neighbors stores his other car. So at least this way, both cars will be here and he can jump in and out of them whenever he wants. But yeah, it's pretty exciting because the car that's coming is a cool car. And I'm sure you will agree it's a very practical choice. And I think for an 84-year-old, it will be fantastic. So yeah, we're just getting the 2 MGs ready for sale, making sure that they have enough fuel in and tires are all good and what have you. The new car has come down from Pretoria. It arrived in Cape Town a few days ago. The people have flown in from Pretoria yesterday to Cape Town, and they're going to drive the new car up to Langebaan and drive the 2 MGs back down to Cape Town, and they're going to be shipped up to Pretoria. So it all worked out pretty well. So probably within the next hour or so, the new car will arrive, and I'll whip the camera out and show you what Dad has decided to buy. Well, the new car has arrived, very exciting, and remember I said it was a very sensible choice for an 84, almost 85-year-old, and you're probably wondering what it is. Well, here it is. It's a beautiful Mustang 5-liter GT. Fantastic color, just look at that. So you can imagine Dad running around in Langebaan in his Mustang. More comfortable, more reliable, and safer should you ever have an accident. Very nice. Automotive Grace is in agreement that this was a fantastic choice.
Take a photo with me by the car. My friends want to see the car with me in it. The new one. Boot space in the car.
Was dat nou gezien? Die karren, ja. Ja, dat is lekker massief. Ja, want mijn dochter het nou, zij is nou van januari af, ze zijn nu 60. 60 to 100. Ja, ze zijn mij.
Als je nou langs rijdt, dan gaan alle stoppen hier. Ja.
En dan start is niet
Oh, we're just giving Dad the instructions on how to operate the car. I expect we'll be going through the owner's manual anyway, but just getting the basics done.
alle daai, jy bly weer konstant op dit en dan is net die auto aansit.
So what do you think? Sensible choice? All 84-year-olds should have a Ford Mustang. Yeah, I think they should. Well, hello and welcome back to Automotive Grace. Today we're just taking a quick look around. It is the West Coast car show, and it is here in Langebaan at a place called Curo. Curo can best be described as a franchise of private schools here in South Africa. It's where you would send your child if you want them to get a good education, or you can go to a government school where you won't. It does, of course, cost quite a bit of money, but not nearly as much as private schools in England, for example. So, yeah, most parents try and send their kids to Curo schools. But today, Curo here in Langebaan, we're using the sports fields for the West Coast Motor Show. And I've come up here on top of this area here just to give you a bit of an aerial view. And bear in mind, this is just a sort of a local car show once a year, and I'll take you and walk around. There is some live music. They've taken a break, so I thought I'd get the camera out and do a little bit of talking, and then I'll walk you around and show you some of the cars, some pretty special cars here, and I'll show you more of that. So yeah, have a look around and enjoy. Right, so I've got my funny hat on. I'm lathered and soaked in Factor 50 sunblock. So we'll take a walk around and show you what's here. The Citroen Traction Avant, and then a nice massive Plymouth Fury. Oh, this may be the cheaper model. It's a 4-door. It's a Belvedere, Plymouth Belvedere. And 59, I believe. Yes, 59. And you'll notice that it is also right-hand drive. Huge wings, as is the period. And one of my favorite South African cars is the Chevrolet El Camino. These were based on the Australian El Caminos, available in two trim levels, one with a 4.1 litre straight six Chevrolet engine, and this the El Camino 5 litre V8. Basically the most popular tow car in South Africa in its day. Almost everybody with a caravan or boat had an El Camino to tow it with. Lovely 58 Chevrolet Biscayne, the 4-door. Again, it's right-hand drive. This car is the sister car to my 58 Pontiac. Essentially, It's the identical car underneath and inside, but it has the Chevrolet body, whereas mine is the identical car, same chassis as the Chevrolet, same interior, but with a Pontiac body. You see there's a lot of similarity in the styling, and the interior is exactly the same as is the mechanicals. Beautiful condition, with the Continental kit at the rear. Now this car claims to be a Chevrolet Firenza Canam, but I have my doubts. The reason I have my doubts, well, firstly, the Chevrolet Firenza Canam was a South African motorsport homologation special built by Basil Green, and it had a Chevrolet 350 V8 in the vehicle. It also had a 4-speed gearbox, manual gearbox, but it had a very unique hood. The color scheme is correct, the hood is wrong. It had a fiberglass hood with the vents in the fiberglass hood. These are aftermarket wheels, and the rear wing, believe it or not, was standard, but this particular one does not look standard. It looks like it's been manufactured. Original Firenzas, very successful in motorsport, came standard with a wing that looked almost the same as that. So I think this is a reproduction. Vauxhalls were, Firenzas were badged as Chevrolets in South Africa. This is the 2.5 4-cylinder 4-door 31 Ford Model A. Again, all right-hand drive. A 59 Ford Fairlane Galaxy. This particular car belongs to Peter Lindenberg. Peter Lindenberg, very, very well-known powerbird racer and multiple champion, and also modified saloon car champion in the West Bank series in South Africa. He's just written a book, and we got him to sign a copy, so I'm looking forward to reading that. Certainly somebody that I watched when I was growing up racing modified saloons. You'll notice these American cars are all right-hand drive. And this is our friend Andre Mouton's Studebaker Commander. You remember in my last video in South Africa, we toured his workshop with all his Studebaker Gran Turismos. This is his Commander, which is fresh out of a restoration, yeah, it looks fantastic in red. Paintwork's looking good. This was not one of the locally manufactured ones, I believe, and that's why it is a left-hand drive. Fantastic two Triumph TR3s, and oh wow, look how neat that is under the bonnet. Wow, fantastic, look at that. This is a 57 TR3, and you can tell by the small mouth at the front, alongside a 59 with the large mouth. Very nice, fantastic condition. And Frank and Pauline are watching. Yeah, some fantastic Triumphs here. Immaculate 71 Triumph Spitfire. Oh, nice color. Really do like that color. Looks great, very standard looking. And yeah, another one here. This is another 71. Nice. And here, who would believe I'd ever see a Mazda 323, 1981. And the reason why I'm amazed to see one is because these cars dissolved almost from new within a couple of months. They were the most rust-prone cars I've ever seen in my life. Lovely 72 Datsun 1200 GX Coupe. I used to have a sedan when I was in university, which was a 1200 Deluxe. Very rare to see a Renault 10 and a Renault Dauphine. Daimler SP250 V8, and of course Capris were extremely popular here. Here's a lovely 3-litre GT XL in fantastic condition. Look at that. Oh, that is immaculate. A 72 with the obligatory sun visor at the back. And of course tow bar. Did I mention almost all South African cars have tow bars, either for towing or for crash damage prevention. The idea is that if someone bumps you in the back, you're going to have less damage if you have a tow bar. And Nissan Skylines were very popular here. This is the first one received in South Africa, and this is the top of the range GTX 2.8. 2.8 straight 6. Very successful in motorsport, and very rare to find any survivors. Alfa Romeo Spider, that's a nice Cortina, 2.5 V6 Estate, 75. Apart from the blacked out windows, it looks really nice. Interior, immaculate. The Ford Granada 76 Coupe, 3-litre V6. Nice to see the coupe, really a lovely shape. And you'll find almost all South African cars of this era have a piranha screen at the back to try to keep the African sun off the upholstery. Again, you'll notice tow bar, check. Valiant Chrysler Barracuda, tow bar of course, coupe, right-hand drive, nice and standard, manual, no, automatic. Original hubcaps, quite rare. A 39 Morris 8 Tourer, Fiat 850, and a lovely split-screen camper van, 67, right-hand drive, front bench seat, very, very nice condition, and surprisingly, very reasonable. So, just to give you an idea, in the UK, something like this, in this condition, 67, split-screen, right-hand drive, immaculate, you're probably going to pay around 30 to 40,000 pounds. This one is for sale for 500,000 rand, which is roughly between 20 and 25,000 pounds. So yeah, really good deal. Looks like a nice one. Early Range Rover, 2-door, 74. Beach buggy is always popular here, as are Beetles. Great roof rack. Another traction Avant. Very, very rare car, 59 Borgward Isabella Coupe. Not only rare in itself, but a right-hand drive Borgward Isabella Coupe. Beautiful, beautiful condition. Unfortunately, never had performance to match its amazing looks. Early Datsun 1200 Deluxes. Well, that one's a GX, that's the sporty one. I had a 74 Datsun 1200 Deluxe when I was at university. That was my daily driver, and I loved it. Immaculate Fiat X19, VW-based Puma, and of course a Beetle. MG Midgets and MGBs. And there's some Mustangs. which a group which my dad is now part of, having traded his MGs in for a Mustang. Nice little Mini, and well, unusual to see that here, a Noble M400.
This is in Miami. Yeah, we got manners. Thank you.
Nice TVR, little Datsun 1200 Coupe next door. Datsun SS, very successful rally car in its day. Another lovely El Camino, 5-litre V8. It's a Ford console, and of course a 57 Chevy 4-door right-hand drive. Somewhat modified. Now we are coming up to my car of the show, and this is easily the car of the show. It is a 1968 Chevrolet Impala SS, completely original, unrestored, one owner from new. Powered by Chevrolet 327 cubic inch V8, exactly the same as my bitter CD. Look at that. And if you think, wow, that's a cool looking car, it's got a standard 4-speed Muncie manual transmission. Very recently recommissioned by Eric Mouton after the owner sadly passed away. Another 58 Chevrolet Biscayne, the sister car to my 58 Pontiac. Let's look inside here, have a look. 4-speed, manual, impossibly rare. Imported new in 1968. In case you recognize the interior of this 58 Chevrolet, it's because it's identical to my 58 Pontiac. They were built with Chevrolet chassis and interior to simplify production. Lovely Studebaker Silver Hawk, right-hand drive, manual. It's 59. This was a no-frills Gran Turismo, unless I'm very much mistaken. Wow, we're almost blown away there, Dad. Still a good turnout for such a small show. a good variety of cars. It's a pity that the timing worked out with your Mustang,
Yeah,
where you couldn't come down and show one of your cars next year. And you spoke to the guys at the Mustang Club, and you can go and display your car there. And hopefully Donnie can join us as well. But yeah, before we get blown away, I think we've seen everything and people are starting to head home. So yeah, thanks for watching us, and we'll bring you more content soon. Take care. Bye. Well, today's the day. Heading back to grey, cold English weather. But in case you thought Langebaan is a really windy place where the wind blows constantly, you couldn't be more wrong. And the day that I'm leaving happens to be one of those days where it is just absolutely stunning. I mean, look at that beautiful water out there. People are out and about, paddling, kayaking. It really has something for everybody here. And I strongly recommend you come and visit if you ever get the opportunity. Beautiful. Oh, damn it. On the plus side, I have some good company. Come. Good boy.